Every great invention deserves protection. But who decides how that protection works? Who sets the rules of the game? In India, the answer lies in one landmark legislation, the Patents Act, 1970. And today, we begin at the very beginning, Section 1. Section 1 of the Indian Patents Act answers three basic questions. First, what is the official name of this legislation? Second, from what date does this legislation come into force? And third, what is the territorial extent of its application? This section lays the constitutional foundation for everything that follows. Section 1 begins with the short title. The Act is officially called the Patents Act, 1970. Now, you might wonder why 1970? Was this India's first patent law? Not quite. India actually had patent legislation dating back to the colonial era, the Patents and Designs Act of 1911. But post-independence, India needed a law that reflected its own economic priorities, its own industrial vision. After years of deliberation, including the landmark Iyengar Committee report of 1959, India enacted this fresh, sovereign legislation in 1971 that put public interest at its very core. Next is the extent. The Act extends to the whole of India. That means, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, this single law governs patent rights uniformly. India follows a unified patent system. There is one law, one framework. And finally, commencement. The Act was passed in 1970, but it didn't come into force immediately. It officially commenced on April 20, 1972. Why the gap? Because laws of this scale require preparation, setting up offices, training examiners, and notifying procedures. The Act didn't come into force all at once. The central government held the authority to activate different sections on different dates, simply by publishing a notification in the official gazette. Think of it like a building complex. The main gate opens first, the offices next, the courtroom last. Same structure, different opening dates, each wing activated only when ready. Section 1 may be the shortest section in the Act, but it carries the weight of an entire legal system on its shoulders. In our next video, we'll move to Section 2, the definitions section, where the real complexity begins. Terms like invention, patentee, controller, and new invention all get their precise legal meaning there. And that's the foundation: innovation, protection, progress. Everything the Indian Patents Act stands for. If this added value, like this video, it takes 1 second and means everything to me. Comment below which section you want next. I read every response. And subscribe and hit the bell icon, because I will be covering the entire Patents Act, section by section, every week. In plain language, your legal edge starts here. See you in the next one.